Welcome to my kitchen. I'm about to make a sauce that's called Pisto. The cool thing about the sauce is perfect for pasta. It's going to give your kids or the grown-up kids their intake of veggies because it's got zucchini, onion, garlic, eggplant, peppers, tomato. And then you can leave it chunky. You can blend it. I also like adding my Moroccan mix. It's great. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's up to you. So yeah, this is me cooking in my kitchen. Here we go. First is the onion. I have a pot in the back. It's got about half a cup-ish of olive oil in it. Just getting it warm in medium high heat. So as things are ready, we start just throwing it in there. I like starting with the onion because it's what's going to give us a lot of that sweetness. I do onion, then I do the garlic so that the garlic doesn't burn. If I put the garlic first, it's going to end up burning. So then I do garlic and the peppers. I do zucchini and eggplant last. Here we go, onions. We're just going to cut. I like cutting in the middle. Now you've been cooped up for now like 4 days. You're probably already going crazy. And your kids are running around. Mine's on rest time. Sophia's in rest time. You might hear her because she's very curious about what I'm doing because I don't usually talk to myself. That's my dog. He just came in the house. He opens the door almost on demand. He's kind of curious about what I'm doing too. So we're gonna close that door in a second. Guys, this is me in my kitchen, just like you in your kitchen. So life happens and we roll with it, right? So cool. All right, so onions, cut them in half. Not super small. Like the smaller you cut these and chop these, the faster they'll cook. And this is not a crazy size, so you can just do that. I like slicing this way, and then chopping it, and then it gives you really nice, even pieces. And at the end, you know, we all hate waste, so we're just gonna do that number. There. I'm using. Have this. I can already smell the olive oil warming up, and I'm done chopping. We're gonna start letting this cook. Now, throughout the whole process, we're gonna be salting. Every time we add something, we're gonna salt. So really the salt, two things. It's gonna give us flavor. It's gonna enhance the profile of that. It's also gonna start drawing moisture out of our vegetables, which is gonna allow it to caramelize a little bit quicker. All right, let's cook it. Next, garlic. Doesn't have to be super thin. This gives you enough sauce for spaghetti. Yeah, you got enough for like 8 to 10 servings of spaghetti. So we're done with this garlic. Next, peppers. My child loves the sauce. She hates 3/4 of the things in the sauce. So don't tell her it has all these things. What's the best way of cutting a pepper? Some people go down the middle and then you gotta scoop out all the insides. I just go down the sides like so. It gives me flat platforms to then slice, and then I'm left with everything intact and no waste. Then, just like the onion, I'm just gonna slice like this, and I'm gonna make little lines like so, and then I'm going to cut them into little cubes. And that's what it is. So it's not a rush. Take your time. This is nice. So here we go. All these peppers cut up into the pot. Pan is cooling a little bit, has cooled a little bit with the new peppers that we just put in. We're gonna let that kind of stew a little bit. Oh look, so we're gonna peel first the zucchini. Again, maybe you don't have 2 zucchinis, you only have 1. Use 1. Use whatever you have. This makes a pretty big batch. And get like a little quart container and freeze it. If you blend it and freeze it, it'll last you months. But when you blend it, it's real silky. It's so good. Have that. Eggplant, scary ingredient. If you find like those Japanese eggplants, they're a lot thinner. Oh, that's beautiful. It's so good. Flavorful throughout. Use everything. And cube. That's the word. We're gonna cube it up. And if you feel like you have too much oil, don't. This is gonna soak everything up. Let me show you how this looks. So we're coming here, and that looks great. Our onions have some color to them. You can see like this is fantastic. So this is exactly where we want it. We're about to add all that eggplant and zucchini. Let's go. So all this and here, and already have some nice sauce to put over your stecca or something like that. This is great. You can put it as a base for chicken. You can cook a fish in it. I've done that before, where I'll blend it, get it super silky, and then get a separate pan, a little oil, put that sauce. Once it starts bubbling, you put in your salmon, or you put in a little tilapia, just a little salt and pepper on that, and let it cook in the sauce. This is going to give you flaky texture. It's going to be amazing. Again, meatballs, wonderful. Or use it anywhere it calls for tomato sauce. You can use that. Again, I'm about to put straight tomatoes. This is about 24 ounces. So if you want to make a lot of sauce, add more tomato. And if you want it like more veggie tasty, add less tomato. All right, it's been like 2-3 minutes. We're about to add this tomato. Before we add the tomato, we're gonna add a little bit of this spice mix. It's just a spice mix I came up with that I love. It's coriander, turmeric, rosemary, fenugreek, and some pimentón de la vera, so like a Spanish smoked paprika. Super good, very flavorful. You don't have this, you can get it. I can give you some. But if you don't have something like this, you could throw some bay leaves in there, and then like maybe an Italian mix. If you have fresh herbs in your garden, or you can add some rosemary, some oregano, some thyme. You can just leave it as is and not do anything, just salt and pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. So I'm just gonna do about so, teaspoon or so. It goes a long way. Careful with the turmeric. Whatever it touches is gonna stain. Very potent stuff. So be careful. Don't get it on your white counters. All right, let me show you. This is perfect. The zucchini and the eggplant have broken down quite a bit in the 5 minutes it's been sitting there. That's where we want it. You can already see that they took on a lot of liquid, and now you can already start to see the liquid back into the pot. That's because it's breaking down. That is when we want to add that tomato. We're going to add our tomato. I added about 2/3 of it. I'm going to check to see how much tomato I want, and I'll add the rest. Usually I'm looking for about equal parts tomato as tomato. Let's check. So you can already see about how much. It's pretty thick, and that's perfect. We're gonna turn the heat down. As we say in Spain, we're gonna let it go cheap, 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 cheap. You see how it's doing? Cheap, cheap, cheap. Yep, that's what we want to do. But I want to cover it, because if not, I'm gonna have turmeric tomato everywhere. So I'm gonna let that just kind of hang out for a little bit, probably like 2 to 3 minutes. Cook it until it's just cooked. Blend it, cool it, and then whatever. So we'll be back. All right, so we're back. I just did the, just blended it. It's been about 4 to 6 minutes with a tomato. I stirred it a couple of times, I tasted it, added a tiny little bit more salt, and now we're good. I turned it off before I blended it because it becomes a volcano. And the burner's off, but it's still so hot. You'll see it kind of hitting the top. You need a cover because it goes everywhere, and this is like lava. It's so hot. And this is the look of your sauce. The longer it cooks, the darker it gets. Again, the more tomato you use, the redder it's going to be. We put quite a bit of zucchini, quite a bit of eggplant in there, plus turmeric, so it has this nice orange look to it. But enjoy it. Let me know in the comments if you tried it. Make it with a friend. Call them up, email them, FaceTime them, be like, hey, let's make this sauce. Let's make pasta with it. Let's make fish with it. Let's have it over bread or whatever. Make it together, and when you sit down to eat, FaceTime. See what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below how awkward I was. Let me know if you like the sauce, if you want more videos like this. And till next time.